Hey everyone, I'm Ryan and this is Get Your Mind Right. So, what I need to talk about is overestimating your strengths. Or maybe I shouldn't say that. Overestimating your friendship to people. So, I myself recently just went through this. I feel like I know better, but the person, they game was good because, I just felt so bad for them. So, I noticed that with many women, we will stop seeing someone and offer friendship afterwards. Even if this person treated us very bad, we would still offer friendship afterwards. And from what I've seen, with other people is usually offering friendship out of guilt, feeling like you left the person, feeling like you're abandoning the person, and also the person really emphasizing to you how much they need your friendship, how much their world is just very much in dire need of keeping you around. And I know for myself, I feel like I'm really smarter than this. And, maybe I shouldn't use that term, but when this has happened to me recently, I knew better from jump. But like I said, the way that the person delivered their pain to me, the way that they continued to tell me how much Ryan made their day, their life so much better, I guess it stroked my ego and I fell for it. All right, so let's get into it. Most of the time, when relationships end, one of the partners offers friendship, right? And usually the partner offers this friendship because they do believe that the person that they're in a romantic relationship is a good person. They feel in their heart this is a good person. And they truly feel in their heart that although we don't work out romantically, what's wrong with us remaining friends, right? Most of us functioning adult healthy human beings would be able to say what's wrong with us just being friends. Yet, in my experience, and so many other women experience that I personally know, besides, getting on the internet, getting on social media, reading other people's stories, I'm going off of what I know, what I've seen, what is really around me. It does not work. It does not work. What I see happens and what has happened, well, I can't say what happened to myself, but what I have seen happen to other women is that they become this man friend that they were in a romantic relationship. And the man tends to contact the woman with a story. And this story is either about them having so much fun that it's almost disrespectful to hear because it's kind of like, you're telling me stuff that's too early to tell me and we just broke up, or they're having a life that's so miserable that the person that's listening, they're not even getting a kick out of hearing you being miserable because it's just too much. They wasn't expecting you to be that miserable. So the incidents that I've seen that the man will brag about how amazing their life is, usually the woman feels very disregarded, even if she was the one who broke up with the guy, because it's almost like, well, we broke up and now you're doing everything that you were supposed to be doing inside the relationship. Now you're doing it, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be for someone else. It could just be they're finally doing it. They're finally getting up and going outside to go live. They're finally start to work out. They finally start to meditate. They finally went back to school. They finally got that new job. They're doing things where you may have asked them to do in a relationship, but they didn't do it. So now you're hearing them doing it, and it's not so much you want to hear them doing bad, but it's like, oh, now that we're over, you're going to go do all this stuff. In those situations, I kind of feel like those are the situations where it's almost like you prepped him for the next person. And most people do not want to hear that. As mean as it may sound, most people don't want to hear those stories. And sometimes it's like, it's not so much you don't want to hear it, it's just it's too early to hear it, right? Maybe 2 months down the line you can hear the story of him riding off to the sunset with someone else and it does not bother you. But hearing these stories within 2 weeks, that's going to most likely make you slightly upset. The other side to this, which I see majority of people going through, is the person talking about their pain a lot. The person saying how much, their life is just going bad, or either it could be a mix. Life is going good, but they're so caught up with trying to make you feel guilty that they can't see any of the good that's going around them. Or they see it, but they don't care, and the only thing they rather talk to you about is how you may have hurt them, or just how they're never going to find love again. So this is where I got caught up at with somebody, hearing them say they're never going to find love again. How, they don't want to, this person even went so far saying they don't even want to deal with people from California because of me. Yeah. So, honestly, that made me feel guilty. It really did. It made me feel like, wait, hold up. I don't want this man to say he ain't going to ever find love again because of me. Now, a big part of me knew that this person could be over exaggerating, yet their delivery was so good, y'all, that I was just like, okay, God, and I'm serious. I was really praying that night saying, God, cut this person off. Let them be free. I don't want to have this much control of their happiness. And, it was even to the point that when the person would talk, they said, I feel like I sound like you. Meaning like, talking about, trying to think positive, things like that. And it was a little creepy. It was. But, I'm going to be honest, I don't think that person was trying to do it on purpose. I just think that was the mark that I honestly left behind. And so, I stayed in communication with this person probably up to about a month and a half after us ending it on the romantic part. And I kid you not, that person drove me crazy. He called every other day, and every time he talked about himself, his problems, and what our relationship could have been. And I dealt with those phone calls every other day that lasted from 30 minutes to an hour, until I just finally will be like, okay, I have to get off the phone. I have to go focus on other stuff. And during the time on the phone with this person, I would feel so drained. Getting off the phone with this person, it felt like I wasted the whole entire day. I would just feel like, where did my time go? Talking to this person made me feel as though that I was not accomplishing none of my goals, because I was always concerned with how I was making them feel. Did I make them feel disregarded? Did I hang up the phone and did not wait for them to say bye, because now they're taking it as I'm hanging up the phone in their face? This is how emotional this person was. But granted, I was the one who offered and opened the friendship, right? And so my final straw was this person. They were on the phone and they were just talking. They were talking. And they asked me, they said, Ryan, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm actually doing my homework at the same time talking to you. And they start asking me details about my homework, and then I start telling them, and then they start talking about what they would be doing if they were in school, how they would have been done with the homework by now, just talking crazy, to the point where I had stopped the conversation. I said, you know what? I think our friendship has to end. I don't like the things that you talk about. I don't even feel comfortable talking to you about whatever is going on in my life, because you have a habit of twisting my words up. And this is just not beneficial to me. I was not put on this earth to sit here and listen to you ramble about your life and what this relationship was supposed to be. I don't want to do it no more. Soon as I said that, this person did a whole 180. And I mean, they did a 180. All that talk of, I need you, Ryan. You have so much value in my life. It just flipped. And they start cussing me out. Now, they didn't call me out my name, but they let me know what they thought about me. And if I didn't have good confidence, high self-esteem, high self-worth, I could have really immediately took that information and bottled it up and internalized it. Because mind you, this is coming from someone who's saying I hurt them. right? So what they say, quote unquote, matters. It don't deeply matters, but for someone who will have low self-esteem, those comments will hurt. It will be like, oh my God, this is how you really felt about me. You never cared about me. Da 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 da. Luckily, I didn't feel that way. But when they said they piece, a light bulb went off in my head and was like, okay, fool, you see how you just wasted a month and a half talking to somebody, giving somebody friendship that did not deserve it, when you could have been giving that energy and that friendship back into yourself or to a neighborhood kid, somebody who really needs it. So just recently, a friend of mine, she had contacted me and she was telling me about something she did similar. And this was with a person that she never even had a romantic interest in. But she thought that this person, which was a man, needed her friendship. And I immediately told her my story, and I was like, no, you're doing that to yourself. He's not doing it. He could present you a story, but does not mean you have to fall for it. It's up to you to not fall for that. You know, people, just like a salesperson is going to try to sell you something, and it may have some stuff that you don't want in it, but that's not up to that salesperson to just hit you off with straight honesty all the way. There's ways that we as human beings lie, but it's not exactly a flat out lie. It could be, you know, lying by not telling everything, you know, not telling every detail. So, you know, my friend, she was telling me this, and I was saying, you know, this isn't their fault. This is our fault, because although they're requesting this friendship from us, we do not have to give it. They most likely didn't do anything to earn this friendship. So for us to be feeling like they are in dire need of it, that's not a they problem. That's a me problem. You understand? So just because someone says to you what they need does not mean you have to be the provider. Don't go overestimating your friendship with people, because you would turn around and get your feelings hurt by someone really cussing your ass out to the point where you did not even expect them to feel the way they feel. So take off your Superman cape. Take that off. Only pull your Superman cape off for you when you need it, right? Don't go overestimating your friendship with people, because you will be highly surprised when that person get on their high horse, when they get mad, when they get in a moment of F you, oh, they're going to really hand your ass back to yourself. And to me, you know, that don't really hurt, but I could see how it could hurt the hell out of somebody who really genuinely think that they're doing something for someone, who their intention from jump was to just use you, was to just keep you around as a soundboard. So if you're someone that's like myself, that sometimes you meet people or you interact with people that sometimes put you high up on the pedestal. I mean, high up to the point where you like, holy crap, these expectations I got to go live up to this person, because they're thinking very highly of me. If you're someone like that who tends to meet people who throw high expectations on you very immediately, don't fall for it. Don't go overestimating your friendship to them. It is not that serious. No matter how much they try to invoke and tell you how much they need you, how much amazing you are, it is not that effing serious. You do not owe them anything at all. Stop giving friendships to men that you were once romantically involved in. Become friends 5 months down the line when life has almost moved on. There's no need to be a friend to someone that fast after ending a romantic relationship with them. Do not get used. Do not get your feelings hurt by overestimating your friendship to people. People know how to take advantage of this. People will plot and take advantage of you overestimating your friendship. So a relationship has ended, it has ended. There's no need for you to go out your way to ask this person to remain friends. This most likely causes harm for yourself in the future with your self-esteem, your self-worth, and your confidence. This also takes time and energy away from yourself that you could put more time into your own mental health, to your own physical, or just spending more time with friends or family or someone who is in real legit need, who is really younger than you and really do need that listening ear. Remember, put you first. Be your best friend first. Stop overestimating your friendship to your ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends, whatever.